What is poppin', peeps? It's your boy, Jet, and currently Bleach the 1000-Year Blood War is 3 episodes deep at the time of recording this video. So I'm gonna be talking about those 3 episodes and how well Bleach is doing right now. So for all the people who are coming to this video when episode 4 drops, I'm only talking about the first 3 episodes. So let's get into episode 1. And episode 1 had a very strong start. First of all, I gotta shout out the OP, you know, a good song, good visuals, top tier Bleach opening. So Ichigo's over here talking to light-skinned Santa Claus, Ichibei, and he's asking where was Squad Zero when Soul Society got jumped out of nowhere by the Quincy's. And Ichibei's just like, you know what, we're not supposed to fight with you guys, we're supposed to watch over you guys. We're not there to protect the Sarate, we're there to train you. And I'm like, well, apparently y'all need to be fired because we just got whooped. Everyone in the Soul Society got whooped. Our head captain, his ass got sent back to the lobby. What is Squad Zero doing? Y'all not helping us fight. You're not training us. What are y'all getting paid for? And Ichibei just had to sit there like, you know what, you got a point there. So then we pull up to the Quincy after party, celebrating their victory against the Soul Society. Yhwach walks on stage and says, alright, we got the dub on the Soul Society. I slept Kenpachi, I slept Ichigo, I sent Yamato back to the lobby, and I took one of their allies. Welcome Uryu, he's gonna be my replacement. And all the Stern Raiders are fucking confused. This man Bazz-B is hot as fuck, no pun intended, because this random just took his best friend's spot. And I completely understand it. Bazz-B's anger is justified because not only did we just sleep the Soul Society, we took one of their allies, and now you're saying that he's gonna be the next leader of the Quincy's? The Quincy's have been prepared for thousands of years. They already had a right-hand man with the Stern Raider B. And all of a sudden, Yhwach's talking about Uryu being the next leader of the Quincy's. I'd be sick too. I'd be fuming. Like, how you gonna make Uryu the leader of us? He turned his back on his allies. What makes you think he won't do the same to us? All the Stern Raiders are understandably fuming right now, including Bambietta. And she takes some random guy, takes him back to her room, and just kills him. For no reason, just because she's angry. And not only that, she had her fun balloons hanging out. So like, this was like the most confusing boner that I've ever had. So then we get to the end of episode 1. The Soul Society is recovering, they're gonna bounce back, they're getting ready for the Quincy's. And then the Quincy's just pull up. They spin the block again. Like, what are you doing? That's like the equivalent of knocking someone out, waiting for them to wake up, and then trying to fight them again. Like, bruh, that's like Madara dropping the second meteor. How are you just gonna spin the block again? Like, they say, no, we gotta go back, we gotta finish the job. They gave the Soul Society no break. Round 2 immediately. So yeah, that's episode 1 of Core 2. A very strong start, a very good first episode. But let's get into episode 2. So episode 2 kicks off with Stern Raider B pulling up on Shunsui saying, we're back again to kill y'all, but we're gonna do it pretty quick because we're nice people and we're gonna make sure that y'all die quick. And that's pretty humane. That's very considerate of Yhwach to kill his opposition quick, because I know most people, if they got done dirty and had 1,000 years to think over it, they would take their sweet time torturing you. But Yhwach saying, you know what, I ain't gonna hold it against y'all, I'm just gonna kill y'all quick. And I gotta respect that. That's why he's one of the best villains in Bleach and all of anime. Episode 2, we finally get to see some action, some fighting, and the animation for the fights is really good. Top tier quality animation. One of the fights that we get to see in this episode is Bazz-B versus Toshiro, fire versus ice, and it goes as you would expect it. It's a Toshiro fight. Toshiro does what Toshiro does best, and that's get put on fucking ice. Fucking ironic. This man is getting his ass beat by Bazz-B. It's a 2-on-1 situation and he's still losing. This man Bazz-B is over here cooking him with a single finger. Just over here incinerating him. But like I said earlier, it's a Toshiro fight. Of course he's gonna lose. So not only is Toshiro on the ground fighting for his life, but the man that stole his Bankai, Kang-Do, pulls up to finish the job because Yhwach said that if you stole their Bankai, you're gonna kill them. And this man Kang-Do was ready to kill him. Then we cut over to Omaida, who's over here getting interrogated by Goblin Slayer. And you know, Goblin Slayer is doing his best to get information out of Omaida, but he's not snitching. You gotta respect it. But this Goblin Slayer looking Quincy is so fucking mad that Omaida isn't a snitch that he just pulls out a minigun. Like, bro, don't you think that's a little bit excessive? Like, that might be a little too much. But right before Goblin Slayer is able to turn Omaida into Swiss cheese, Soy Fawn pulls up. And I started cheering, bro. I love Soy Fawn. I know a lot of people hate her, but I think she's really cool. First of all, she has a fantastic design. There's a reason why I call her Soy Fawn, okay? And second of all, I just think it's funny how she's a ninja who's based off, you know, being sneaky and silent and fast. And her ultimate move, her Bankai is a fucking rocket launcher. That's hilarious. But Soy Fawn comes in, she rescues Omaida, she starts putting in work, and then gets immediately decimated. And that's the end of episode 2. Let's go on to episode 3. So the start of episode 3, we cut back to Toshiro, who's about to be killed by Kang with his own Bankai. Imagine someone stealing your gun and then shooting you with that gun. That's the level of disrespect that Kang is doing to Toshiro right now. But Kisuke, the mad lad, the genius that he is, discovers how to recover Bankais, because apparently Quincy's, they can't absorb hollow powers. Which explains why the Quincy's want to eradicate the hollow souls instead of converting them back. So Kisuke's grand plan of getting their Bankais back is infusing their Bankais with hollow powers, which in turn will make the Quincy's unable to use the Bankais. And that makes sense, I completely understand that. But the fact that he was able to come up with this so fast just completely defeats the purpose of Core 1, in my opinion. I thought, and I think it would have made better sense if that all the people who had their Bankai stolen were not able to fight in this arc until the people who stole their Bankais were defeated, which would have gave other underutilized characters a spotlight. Like for example, I saw in the opening that Rukia was gonna fight Sternritter F, the guy who took Byakuya's Bankai, and I thought that hey, she's gonna fight him, defeat him, and in turn Byakuya would get his Bankai back. But no, this man Kisuke just comes up with a fucking rhino pill so that way everyone is able to get their Bankais back. I don't know, I just think that that defeats the whole purpose of Quincy's being able to steal their Bankais. Me personally, I think that it would have been better for Kisuke to come up with these rhino pills, give it to all the people who have their Bankais still, so that way they're not able to have their Bankais stolen. Those people fight the other Quincy's who stole the Bankais, and in turn, after they defeat those Quincy's, those Bankais will be returned to the original people. That's how I thought it would go, but nope, just the whole point of the Quincy's in Core 1 was deleted in like an instant with a black rock. But yeah, Kisuke is able to get the Bankais back, and Mayuri with his max prestige hating ass is mad as fuck that Kisuke is able to come up with this. Like, bro, the Soul Society is in fucking shambles right now. You guys are getting your ass whooped, and your petty ass is mad that he was able to find out how to get Bankais back before you? I'm sorry, Mayuri has officially earned the name of Captain of the 12th Hating Division. But then we cut over to Uryu and Yhwach, and Uryu's informing Yhwach that the Soul Reapers were able to get their Bankais back. And I know that this man Yhwach was pissed. Like, this man spent 1,000 years preparing and strategizing, coming up with a way to steal the Soul Reaper's most precious ability, their Bankais, all for Kisuke to come up with the Una reverse card in like a day. What the fuck? I'd be mad too. No wonder he's a war power. But Kisuke is able to teleport all these rhino pills to everyone so that way they can't have their Bankais stolen. Toshiro and Soy Fawn get their Bankais back, they win their fights, we move on to the main man, Shinji, who is surrounded by oppositions completely alone, and he says, damn, I feel bad for all of y'all, Bankai. And then they all proceed to kill each other. That shit was so badass, not only with the flippin' animation of it, but with the music. Shinji has some of the best music associated with him. Every time he's on screen, he just has some very good music accompanied with him. But then we cut to Bambietta, who's mad that she's alone and she's looking for her dog. Yada yada, that's not important. Shinji pulls up, with his Zanpakuto and completely inverts her controls. She can't go forward or backward, she can't even move, she's just drunk, basically. This man has even perfected his Zanpakuto's ability to revert your controls, that he can speak to you backwards. And what I think was cool about this moment is that when the subtitles appeared on screen, they were backwards. Like I was like, what the fuck at first, but then I started reading them backwards. I was like, yo, that's actually really cool. But yeah, that's the end of episode 3. This video is going on for way too long, so these first 3 episodes of Bleach the 1000-Year Blood War Core 2 have been absolutely phenomenal. Besides that one hiccup with getting the Bankais back, I loved it. I've loved episode 1, 2, and 3, and I can't wait for the rest of the episodes. With these first 3 episodes, it has given me hope that this core will be better than the first core. But that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, deuces.